Good morning, everyone. This is Matt, and today is Saturday, September 12th. And, I want to go over the VIX and the SPY real quick. There's some perception out there that the market's going to be flying and, everything is fixed and we're heading north. But that could be farther from the truth, in my perception. And perception is a funny thing. Because if you're not looking at the big picture and you're just focused on the now, you could be really head faked in this market. And depending on what you're looking for in the sense of trading or investing, you really want to be critical of the technicals and understand the technicals of the market itself. And once you understand that, then you have a full view. So instead of looking at all the ETFs and inverse ETFs and commodities and in different time frames and showing you all these wonderful patterns that we have really dissected at Milestone. I want to just focus on these two real quick, and I want to keep it as simple as possible and give you my outlook and my perception. If everybody knows who's been following, back in this area here, we said we were calling for a three-phase drop, and it was going to be a big drop, and it was out there in March. We put the video, what was coming, blah, 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 blah. And we said actually when, and we gave the 3 months that we would hit our targets. And so far, so good. I mean, we hit, this was one target here, but more importantly, this was our main first phase. This is phase one target, this 190. Okay, that was filled and actually hammered down here. But I don't think there was much volume in this area. It really shot back up instantly. This may have been some kind of like a fat finger, whereas this had some heavy trading in it. You could see here, and this was just really nothing. So, we shot back up, and the perception right now is that, all right, we're heading all the way back up again. Now, understand something. When you break a consolidation box, and we'll just give this, whoops, give this here, stretch this up. Let's flip this over so I can have this at the top. You had a strong consolidation here, okay, and really nothing was taking place. It was just sitting in this area for quite some time, and the balloon popped. And once we broke this right here, you can see what happened. Technically, it just dumped off. And now this is a daily chart that we're looking at. So phase one was complete, but from a technical standpoint, when you are outside this box this far, I'm sorry, the Bollinger Band's this far, it always comes back inside, okay? It's just a reset on your hourly chart. Your relative strength index is way oversold. I mean, we were down here at what, 30, 29? 13 even. So we hit 13. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be consolidation and some trading in this area. Right now, looking at this daily right here, if you know anything about technicals, this is pretty much a bear pennant. Okay, but a lot of chartists out there and a lot of other folks are saying, your MACD is crossing up, your stochastics is crossing up. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on a daily. Yes, with this buying and trading and everything else, you have a gradual slope to the upside. Fantastic. Okay, now let's take this to the next level. Okay, and I'm going to show you how the VIX plays in a role in this also. Okay, so you are getting a technical reset here. Your middle Bollinger Band was your resistance. It's just that simple. Okay, it couldn't spike over the middle Bollinger Band. What happened when we hit it? Hardcore selling came into it. Now what do we do here? The volume was light, and all it did was bounce a little bit. Okay, could it come up and hit this middle Bollinger Band and break out again? Sure, anything can happen. Okay, but here's my theory. Okay, I'm going to switch this over to another look. Okay, and I have some other things in here that I want you to take note of. So now we're looking at the monthly. So back when we were dropping over here in 2008, you could see here what was resistance, the middle Bollinger Band. Okay, when we were dropping over here, we had the first big drop down to the lower Bollinger Band. What happened? We bounced up to the middle Bollinger Band, couldn't get through it, and then what happened? Same thing. Okay, same thing. Then we rode and pushed the middle Bollinger Band down. Now where are we today? Okay, we came up and hit the middle Bollinger Band on the bounce. All right, and you're starting to round again on your upper Bollinger Band. Okay, just like over here, you started to round. All right, and then they extended huge. All right, so in our perception, we are going to get our next target. Now, our next target is going to be right here, okay? And our final target is going to be right here. And there are reasons for those, okay? And the reasons for those, our members do know, and we've had it laid out for quite some time. Now, if you're looking at this here, your stochastics, you're gonna notice that we crossed, okay? And whoops, with this cross right here, we're heading down for a reset, okay? We crossed, we're heading down for a reset, all right? So you have to see that and manage that if that's what you're doing. We crossed and headed down, okay? We crossed and headed down for consolidation. But here we are, we hit this now. So relative strength is at 52 on the monthly, okay? Now, 52 to me is saying one thing, okay? So we've made half of our move, okay? So from here to here, in my perception, is half of our move. So what happens from here to here? That is the other half of our move. That's going to take us oversold on the monthly, okay? That's going to take us to support, all right? And that should be our final drop in consolidation area, okay? And then we should move higher. Now, if it goes lower, it goes lower. Fantastic. If it goes higher, it goes higher. All right, so what else falls in line? Long-term support, okay? We're not in a downtrend right here, okay? This falls into support now, okay? Because you have this bottom and this bottom. Let's push this up a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. With this sitting here, and your 50 is your support. So it's not broken, it's a reset. That's all it is. It's just such an overbought situation that we need to fix it. And once we get to the support area, tag this here, okay? Your stochastics will level out, turn up. Your relative strength index will be at 30, maybe a little bit lower. We'll kick back to the upside, okay? So then what happens after that? All right, well, it's easy. You draw your top trend, okay? It's just this, literally, it's this simple, folks. It's not rocket scientists, okay? We're going to have this, and this is going to extend out, and we're going to keep it as simple as possible. All right, we're making a measured move to the downside right now. And this is going to come out here, and this is going to, I'm trying to make this as close as possible, and it's going to come into a trade zone up here at 250. All right, nothing is broken, you know, unless something huge changes, okay? This is just a pattern of technicals right now. Now, how does the VIX play a role in this? Well, it's very, very simple. So we stopped here at the middle Bollinger Band. All right, let's go back to the daily, and we're going to put the VIX in. All right, real simple process here. Real simple process. Look at this thing. This thing took off like a rocket on that drop, right? Fantastic. Right outside the Bollinger Bands on the daily. Rocketed all the way up. And guess where the relative strength index went? Right up to 91, okay, from sitting down here at 31, okay? So it got overbought. So what's it doing now? Cross down to the downside, doing a little bit of reset. How come this is, you know, how come we're finding support right here and just channeling right here? Because there's indecision, okay? We get a little gap right here. Yep, fantastic. All right, so we can get this gap, whatever. But this is short-term stuff we're looking at here. But now let's look at the bigger picture, okay? And this is the importance of having the bigger picture, all right? There's a reason we stopped. Everything's technical, all right? Here you go. It's this simple, and I want you to see it, okay? We stopped because there was resistance, okay? Resistance. It's not broken, but looking at the longer term view, what is the issue here? What do you see? Okay, you see we made half our move to the upside from low, half our move to the upside, and you see our stochastics crossing to the upside. All right? So where do we go? Well, there's two ways to look at it from the long term, okay? And the way we have it targeted is this right here, okay? Our first target is going to be this. So 50. It's just that simple, okay? Because it did it here, okay? And it went and followed this one, all right? And it did it with the split here. So if we don't split, we're actually moving to the upside like we did here. Okay. Now, I'm not saying a split's not coming. I'm not saying any of that because that's the pattern of history. I'm saying right now we're getting ready to make a move. Now, the second we break this line and this middle Bollinger Band, we are coming up to the upper Bollinger Band, okay, which would be about 50, 45, okay, and I expect to spike up to the 52 because as this moves up, the Bollinger Bands will spread to the upside, okay. That's just what happens. You can see here it curls and pushes. Okay, it curls when they did the split, curled and pushed. All right, so there's no need to make rocket science out of this. Okay, if you're playing for the day, use your daily and your 60-minute chart. If you're playing for the, if you're playing for the month, or if you're looking at your long-term investments, whatever the case may be, analyze this. You wanna say, okay, well, can I handle a position if I already made a 50% move to the downside? Can I handle a position for another 50% and lose another 20% on my portfolio? Whereas instead I can just buy, sell now or sell before up here and just follow the technicals. Okay, it's simple. This gap is going to be filled. We're going to get a reset and then we're going to fly back up to here. All right, and this is monthly, so understand it's going to take time to do these little moves. Okay, it's going to time to shake and bake. I don't think we're going to get a full breakdown and come down to the 200-day moving average of 132. If we do, that's fantastic, but there's no room on your relative strength index to do that. You're going to be oversold at the 50-day moving average and this little gap down here. Okay, so let's not make rocket science out of it. This is Matt. This is my perception. Okay, this is my outlook. This is me keeping it simple. And whether it happens, it happens. So we have phase one done, which was the first break down to this. Phase two is coming up. It's just that simple. We'll see you at phase three. If you're not a member, $99 gets you a membership. If you want a lifetime membership, it's $9.99. And we're there every day. We're managing the markets, we're managing the charts, and we're managing the technicals. All right, and we teach you to do the same thing. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. See you on Monday.